What do you love?
I love
candy.
Yeah.
That's it? Goldfish.
I love Frank's Red Hot Goldfish.
You got those for free.
Oh, hold on.
You said they were gross.
They kind of grow on you.
That's what I said. Okay. Well, we've been out of practice. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I don't know.
Do you have an actual icebreaker? Or?
That was it. What do you love? And you said Frank's Red Hot Goldfish.
How do you gut someone?
Always trust my gut. Hello and welcome to Gutted. I'm Elise.
And I'm Tony, and we're here to spill our guts about horror
films and movies.
Films. All of that.
We've been on a hiatus. We have not recorded in at least a month and a half.
Yes, we thought we were going to hit the ground running into 2026, and we hit the ground stumbling,
flat out sleeping. But luckily, we have a lovely little horror community that invites us to be on their shows. So that's what we've been able to do as far as the horror podcast. Not anything with our show, but other people's shows.
Yes. So shout out to the Dread Broadcast
and Bloody Good Time. And Cradle to the Grave with Eric Hansen.
Horror Hour with the Hannas.
Especially Horror Hour with the Hannas, who this episode is for. We were last on their show for, I think it was September, Mental Health and Horror.
Yeah.
We were lucky enough to be asked back for their Valentine's Day episode for February 2026.
And in True Gutted Horror Podcast form, we want to do a little mini version of one of the segments that we have recurring across most of our episodes, which is our favorite thing to do, awards.
We love giving awards. We're just so giving.
You get an award.
You all get awards.
You get an award.
You're all special. You're all from the special generation. Yeah, we love giving out awards to all those special elements, performances, and relationships in horror films.
I noticed that we haven't given out too many awards to hot monsters, which seems to be in fashion.
Oh, shit. I forgot that category. That would have been a great category.
Maybe we'll add that to our Oscar segment for this year.
Hottest monster. Who's gonna get it this year? Frankenstein's monster? I don't know.
Yeah.
He's got some steep competition with that Predator from Predator Badlands.
And I think you just mentioned it, but the awards that we're giving will be specifically for relationships and horror films in 2025.
I did allude to that, yes.
Yeah.
This is mostly for relationships, different kinds of relationships. It doesn't just have to be a romantic relationship, but there are lots of different relationships in horror films this year, and we're going to honor those.
Yeah. Most of the romantic relationships that I've seen this year in horror have been awful ones. But so I think that Elise has created a list of awards and nominees, and I'm supposed to select the winner.
Yeah.
I don't know how I got that honor to.
Because I love making lists. So I made a bunch of categories and lists of my top relationships in horror. So since I made the lists and nominees, I can't choose. I have to make you choose.
Okay. So this is going to be just like the Oscars, where whatever is probably the best option is not going to get picked because it's heavily skewed by
Tony.
By me.
It all comes down to Tony.
All right. There's a lot of pressure. I have not seen this list. I have not seen the nominees.
You've seen the movies, though. I made sure about that.
There's a chance that I haven't, though.
No, I know that you've seen all of the nominees. I made sure of it. There were a few I wanted to nominate that you hadn't seen. I was like, what's the point? You haven't seen it.
I have seen a lot of horror movies this year and just in general. Yeah. But Elise constantly sees about twice as many movies as
I love watching movies. That's what I do. I don't do very much, and I watch movies. There is a little sleeper hit from 2025 called The Bayou, what I like to call Meth Gators.
I thought it was just called Meth Gators.
It's not called Meth Gators. It's called The Bayou, and it takes place in like the Louisiana Bayou, but it's shot in Europe somewhere, I think, or Australia. I'm not sure.
Are there any bayous in Australia or Europe, or is that specific to Louisiana?
I don't know. It's set in Louisiana, but these actors are definitely not from Louisiana.
Yeah. If anyone's out there listening from a bayou in a country that is not the United States.
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Do you have a bayou? I don't know. Anyway.
Can someone give us a geography
Check
lesson?
out The Bayou on Hulu. It's actually quite enjoyable and has some great characters.
All right. Is that one of the awards?
It is not nominated because you haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay.
But it might have been nominated if you had seen it. It might get nominated when we have our gash ceremonies in a month or two.
What's the gash ceremony for those who do not remember from last year?
I'm sure you all remember, but a little refresher. It's the Gutted Awards for Snubbed Horror Gash.
Which seems weird this year because there were a lot of horror movies that were nominated, including Sinners, which had a record number of nominations.
Yes,
I believe it had 16 Oscar nominations.
Exactly. And it just fell short of that Magic 5 or like the Big 5, whatever. It still got a ton of other nods.
Yeah.
And Weapons, which is nominated for Amy Madigan's performance.
Oh, interesting.
Everyone's favorite aunt.
So horror is finally coming around, making its way to the award show.
Award circuit.
Award circuit. Yeah, I was looking for the word. Well, let's get on with these nominees. I'm very curious to know what you have chosen, what I'm going to pick.
Yes.
And this is probably going to go awfully, but let's go for it.
And one more time, we want to thank Horror Hour with the Hannas for asking us to be part of their special Valentine's Day episode. This is just our portion of their show, but you can check out the full episode wherever you get your audio podcasts. They are also on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and we'll leave some links in the show notes as well. Without further delay, our Gutted Awards for The Love, Blood, and Guts begins now. My unofficial title.
All right.
Of this award show.
Well, okay, before you get into it, I just want to mention that we have this Chucky and Tiff Forever glass that has a very nice rum cocktail in it. So
that Tony made.
I'm going to take a little sip, even though this is yours.
This is mine.
I'm going to, well, we love each other. So you should be okay with
That's
this.
right, because we are in a relationship, not in a horror film. We actually were in a short film. Okay, sidetrack. We were in a short film that his cousin made, and I thought it was pretty good. And we weren't really a couple, but at the time we are a couple, but at the time we were also a couple.
Wait, what? Were we a couple? Was it like one of those Facebook complicated situations?
No. We were definitely a couple and definitely living together. It was not complicated. It was very official.
Oh.
And his cousin came to town and he was like, hey guys, let's make a movie. And we're like, okay.
Which has happened many times before. And usually when this happens, we shoot a whole short film, whatever, just on the fly. And my part always gets cut out.
Nonsense.
Because I'm an awful actor.
It is not true. It gets edited craftily and you look amazing. Anyway, in this short film, I've always wanted to release it on Valentine's Day for the podcast because I think it'd be so cute because we're so little.
Yes, we have to get permission from the director.
From the director, aka Tony's cousin. So we'll ask him. It's sweet. I like it.
We also have been in a movie, a full-length movie.
Yeah.
This was a long time ago, by the way. So if you have tracked down these movies, if you want to track down these movies, you probably can find them maybe somewhere.
You can probably find, I don't know. I mean, they're on IMDb.
But we played a couple. No.
We were not a couple.
We were not a couple, but Elisa's character killed my girlfriend.
Yes.
So that was a fun role as well.
And I remember the actress that played your girlfriend was really nervous. And she's like, and I remember there's a scene where they had to kiss. And Tony's like, yeah, she just kissed me on the cheek right there.
She did the acting kiss thing. And I didn't know what that was. So I just went for it. With Elise right there. So no wonder why she was nervous.
I didn't care.
And then I
came over with a giant rock in my hand and I was supposed to bash her in the head.
Also side note on that movie, which we will not name because you're going to have to find it. You have to do some work.
This is a scavenger hunt.
Yeah, this is scavenger hunt. I play one of the most cowardly characters of all time.
He still talks about this to this day. I'm like, it's not that bad. He played a high school kid. He was scared. And I think his performance was justified.
It was awful.
We're talking a lot about a movie that we're not naming.
Maybe we'll release it to the Patreon.
Yes.
We'll
look for that.
Talk about it, yeah.
You 2 Patreon members now.
One day, yes.
Yeah. We will also work on producing more content for that Patreon.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like we're segueing off topic a little bit too much. So let's get into the
listeners want to know
awards.
About that. All right, Tony. Do not look at my screen, though, because it has spoilers.
Looking directly into the camera.
Look directly into the camera, as you did in all the films we were in.
Are you not supposed to do that?
No, it's great. It creates a bond with the audience.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, the first category is for best buddies. So this is like the love that a human might have with a creature.
Oh.
So it's the best buddy love category. And there are only 2 nominees for this one because I couldn't think of any
I already
others.
have the winner. I know exactly what it's going to be, but okay, let's go for it.
Nominee number 1 would be Elliot, Ridley, and the Unicorns from Death of a Unicorn.
Okay.
They were buddies at the end.
Oh, yeah.
They were. The unicorns bust
It was
them
sort
loose
of
from
like
a cop car.
it was like a wink, wink, we're buddies, but I'm going to like fake your death kind of thing.
No, it's like, I'm going to bust you out of this cop car. Watch this because we like you. Now we're all friends.
Yeah. Okay.
So the unicorns with, Elliot played by Paul Rudd and Ridley played by Jenna Ortega. All right. That's nominee number 1. And number 2 is
the winner. Yes, I already know. You don't have to say it. It's Indy and his owner from Good Boy.
Yeah. Even though human Todd was not the best human in the movie, in the flashbacks, you can tell that he was a really good human. He was a really good human owner, and Indy just loved him. And Indy knew that he wasn't feeling well for whatever reason and did his best to protect him from, death. So who was it going to be, Tony?
I already said who the winner was.
Fine.
It's Indy, like one of the best performances by an animal of all time.
Indy did win an award recently for best performance at the Astra Awards.
And I think won over humans.
Indy won over Sally Hawkins.
I'm sure Sally Hawkins is like, what the
She's
fuck
like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Got beat up by a dog.
Bullshit. Yeah.
But no, I'm sure she
Clever
loved
filming.
it. I'm sure
Indy
she loved
never
it.
knew that Indy was in Good Boy.
He never knew.
He's just having a good
Just
time.
such a cute little dog.
Yeah. What an amazing
What
film.
a good boy.
Yeah.
All right. So Good Boy gets
That's
our
the winner,
first
yes.
winner. First award. All right. We have 4 more categories here. Best familial bond.
Ooh, okay.
Family love. All right. We have siblings Chloe and Tyler from Presents. Brother does quite a lot for his sister in that movie.
Yeah.
A father and son duo, Archer and his son Matthew from Weapons. Archer played by Josh Brolin, and his son Matthew, who he goes through great lengths to find out what happened to his son Matthew.
Yeah.
Even
And his
though
kid was a little shit, too.
not the best kid.
This kid was awful.
And that just shows you how much Archer loved his kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, the depths that he went to. We have another pair of siblings, Andy and Piper from Bring Her Back.
Oh, yes.
They were nothing but love. They did everything for one another.
Yeah.
Especially Andy. Everything was for Piper. Mother and son, Spike and Mama Isla. Spike played by Alfie Williams and Isla played by Jodie Comer in 28 Years Later.
Yeah. Didn't Isla think that Spike was her dad, though?
She
most
called
of the
him
time?
dad one time.
They had that really sweet moment when they're kind of sleeping in that tunnel or that building.
They're like sleeping.
Church.
Yeah. And Mama Isla showed her grit and her strength and her skills
Yeah.
to protect her son.
Yeah.
So she wasn't always there and clear-headed, but when she was lucid, then she did very clearly love her son and she wanted her son to be successful.
Okay.
And the lengths that Spike went to get his mom help in this world where he didn't know if there was help available.
Yeah. Are there any other nominees?
There's one more.
Okay.
The Chosen family in Predator Badlands. That includes the Predator, Thea, played by Elle Fanning, the little alien buddy named Bud, and that little snake buddy that comes around at the end.
The snake buddy.
Yeah, so we have a chosen family, a mother and son, 2 sets of siblings, and a father and son.
I feel like you've snubbed a character.
Which one?
I'm thinking of a character that was played by the same person. Smoke and Stack from Sinners.
Okay, the reason why I snubbed them from this category is because they get nominees in other.
Oh, okay.
They are
okay.
nominated elsewhere.
Got it. Okay. Actually, I think I know what the winner is already. And we've kind of talked about this before. So I think you probably know what my winner is going to be as well. I feel like the relationship between Andy and Piper in Bring Her Back was probably the strongest bond. This brother doing everything that he could to kind of shield and protect his sister.
I know, and he's only 17 and he has to grow up way too fast and be the parent for his younger sister.
Yeah. So, and that really drove the movie as well. So I thought that's probably going to take my award. Although I would like to choose Josh Brolin and no, I'm saying, sorry, let me rephrase that. Although these other nominees did have some interesting dynamics. I'm going to go with Andy and Piper from Bring Her
Andy
Back.
and Piper. So touching, beautiful, heartbreaking. Love it. Moving on to our best platonic partnership. We have the Jester and Max from The Jester 2. It's more like a mentor-mentee situation. I really enjoyed The Jester 2, as you can tell by my shirt here from Dread. Thank you, Dread, for sending us this shirt of The Jester 2. I love it so much.
It's a cool shirt.
I love The Jester and The Jester 2. Everyone should see it. Danica and Ava from I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025. I love that this couple was the more salient couple of the movie as opposed to the original in the 90s. It was more of like a love of friendship, and how far these friends were willing to go for one another. Dr. Kelson and Samson from 28 Years Later. Samson wasn't too aware of his role in this relationship. However, Dr. Kelson didn't care. And I think that speaks volumes that Dr. Kelson, played by Ray Fiennes, was able to care for this being that really wanted to kill him. And Dr. Kelson could look beyond that.
Incredible.
Yes. Jimmy and Stiggs from Jimmy and Stiggs. Another situation of two buddies willing to go to extreme lengths for one another. And lastly, we have Stefan and Tony, aka Jeffrey Rush and George Hanare from The Rule of Jenny Penn.
That was a good relationship too.
Initially, they aren't the best of friends. Tony really tries. Stefan kind of rebuffs him. And then in the end, they come together to fight the common enemy. And they do become friends. And their bond is really touching and beautiful.
Yeah. Wow. These are some tough choices because these are all really great platonic relationships. I don't know if this is going to surprise you.
I have my choice, and I am curious to hear what you
I have a feeling that your choice is the Jester and Max, but my choice is going to be Jimmy and Stiggs.
Wow. My choice was actually Stefan and Tony. Is it Stefan or Stefan?
I can't remember if it's
Jeffrey Rush and Tony from The Rule of Jenny Penn. That was my choice because I loved that movie mostly because of their relationship.
I went with Jimmy and Stiggs because not only is it in the title of the friendship of these two people, they have each other's backs, even though at one point doesn't Stiggs turn on Jimmy?
So Jimmy and Stiggs have had a turbulent relationship as friends.
Yeah.
Jimmy is kind of an asshole. He needs help and he's paranoid and he calls on his friend Stiggs.
Yeah.
Stiggs, even though they've had a falling out, still goes to him because of their past.
Yeah.
And that's very commendable. So I can see choosing Jimmy and Stiggs.
Yeah. So despite their hardships and despite their flaws, they still come together to support each other as friends.
Yeah.
Also, if you have not seen Jimmy and Stiggs, you need to see that movie. It's an incredible movie.
It was really great and impressive. 2 more categories left. We have the will they, won't they couple. Okay, we have Frankenstein's monster, played by Jacob Elordi, and Elizabeth, played by Mia Goth in Frankenstein.
Okay.
We have Teddy and Danica from I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't remember jack shit from I Know What You Did Last Summer. I was not a fan of
Teddy and Danica were engaged. And then after their incident, they had a falling out and then became unengaged. But then the next year, they obviously still had feelings for one another. And it's like, ooh, are they going to again? We don't know.
I think I put it out of my mind. I'm sorry for all you I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot fans.
I enjoyed it. Third nominee, we have Raymond and Peter, aka Cooper Hoffman and David Johnson from The Long Walk, where David Johnson's character kind of implies to Cooper Hoffman's character that he's gay. And at first, Cooper Hoffman's character doesn't know how to take that. But then as they continue on their journey, does their bond grow platonically or does it grow more than that? And to me, it wasn't quite clear. So to me, it fits in the will they, won't they category. And then lastly, we have Selena and Screamboat Willie from Screamboat. She dressed as Minnie Mouse at one point and he was really into it. So who knows? Will they?
That is funny.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is kind of a tough decision as well. Man, I think I have to go with Raymond and Peter.
It was beautiful.
From The Long Walk.
Yes, yeah. I definitely can see that.
That relationship was so strong.
And whether it was platonic or more than that, it was a very beautifully depicted relationship.
Yeah. And really, like, that movie moves forward through the relationship of the characters. Because not that much happens plot-wise. It's just like they're just walking.
They're walking. But I will say it was probably the hardest movie for me to have seen last year. And I've watched a lot of the movies that we had in our top 10. I watched a lot of them over again. I couldn't watch that one again. It was too, oof, that was a hard watch.
It was a tough one, yeah.
Beautifully made, well acted, hard to watch.
Yeah.
And our very last category, we have the best romantic partners. Spoiler, I do not.
Spoiler, there are none.
Spoiler, I do not have the couple from Together because I did not actually enjoy them as a couple, even though they are a real life couple.
They were codependent.
I did feel like their relationship was a bit codependent and unhealthy. So I did not nominate them, but I did nominate the rekindled relationship between Annie, played by Wunmi Mosaku from Sinners, and Elijah, or Smoke, played by Michael B. Jordan from Sinners. We have fiancés Kelsey and Poppy, aka Jack Haven and Margaret Cho from Queens of the Dead. I thought they were so cute. I loved them. Eli and Patrick, aka Harvey Guillen and Lucas Gage from Companion. And fictional and real life married couple Scott and Liv, aka Justin Long and Kate Bosworth from Coyotes.
Oh.
Ooh, and one more. Our favorite Airbnb crashers from Bone Lake, Will and Sin.
Oh my goodness.
Could be a controversial selection, but it's in there because they were actually a good couple. They knew how to compromise and yes and one another.
That is a controversial decision.
Yeah.
Let's see. See, I was over here thinking that there weren't any good romantic couples in last year in 2025.
Did I prove you wrong?
You did prove me wrong.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did prove me wrong. Oh man. And on that list, I would say I did have one in mind, like before you even read the nominees. So I think that's the one I'm going to go for because I already kind of had it in mind. And I'm going to go with Harvey Guillen and Lucas Gage as Eli and Patrick. Okay, so it's also a little bit of a spoiler, but anyways.
It's a little bit of a spoiler, but we find out like halfway through.
Yeah, I think everyone was spoiled in the trailer anyway, so I'm just going to say it. Patrick is Eli's love bot, a companion. And you actually do believe that Eli loved Patrick despite him being a robot, essentially.
And to me, what was so touching is when Patrick, the companion, says, I've known for a while and I don't care. I love you anyway.
That's gonna be my winner. Yeah.
I like that. That's my winner too. Yeah. Even though I would say a close second is probably Annie and Elijah. Their rekindled relationship was very strong.
They just got right down to business off the bat.
They did. But they had a lot of history and we find out why Smoke had to leave.
Yeah.
And how he's come back and how they're still a really strong unit.
Yes. All right. Is that it?
That's it.
That is it. Wow. Okay. We saw all kinds of different love here.
Yes, we have. And just to recap our winners, we have Good Boy Indy and Human Todd from Good Boy as our favorite best buddies. Siblings Andy and Piper from Bring Her Back as our best familial bond love. We have Jimmy and Stiggs from Jimmy and Stiggs as our best platonic partnership. Raymond and Peter, aka Cooper Hoffman and David Johnson from The Long Walk as our Will They, Won't They. And our best romantic partners, Eli and Patrick from Companion, played by Harvey Guillen and Lucas Gage.
All right. I love this list. Yes.
Me too.
So before, when you're asking, is there something I love? Yes, I love this list.
Thank you. I worked long and hard on this list. Tony's like, are you ready? Are you ready to film? I'm like, hold on. I have an idea. And I was busy making my nominees.
All right.
Anyway, once again, thank you so much to Horror Hour with the Hannas. Check out their full episode. Thank you so much, Horror Hour with the Hannas, for having us. Happy season of love, whatever love you may have.
Thank you very much. See you next time.